Good day, folks. It is March 8th, Saturday, 2025. Another video that I just found on Forbes. Lauren Boebert just was saying, calling out the Democrats because they're pretty hypocritical. They're all crying about how people, the left or the woke or whoever is losing their job because of Elon Musk and all this. And she's standing up for them, and basically what I'm saying all along. I don't know what you guys think, but that's just my opinion. And here it goes.
Article and study that says how China became the world's leader on renewable energy. The other one is a New York Times article entitled Why Trump's Clean Energy Rollbacks Could Derail a Factory Boom.
Both articles be submitted without objection. I now recognize the lady from Colorado, Ms. Boebert, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Ms. Gunaksekara, I just want to commend you so much. Thank you for giving such straightforward answers. I was not hearing of the outcries from my colleagues on the other side of the aisle when our Keystone XL pipeliners were laid off, when my district was regulated into poverty, when oil and gas was pushed out by overregulation and Green New Deal policies. I
just want to let you guys know it was the 26th. The 26th, February 26th.
Did not hear the outcry for veterans or service members who were discharged from the military because they refused to take a trial vaccine.
That's right. Us veterans, we had to wear the mask, all this crap. People were getting kicked out of the service because they didn't want to take the shot, and they were discharged, they were fired, and now people are complaining about DEI hires within the military. Some people can't get different rank because they're gay and lesbian. I mean, come on, where's the outcry then? Now all of a sudden,
that was not, that we didn't know the effects of. I didn't hear the outcry for small businesses that went under and were not able to reopen. Many people lost their jobs over poor regulations and over-regulation. So thank you so much for giving clear and concise answers. We do have an overgrown and bloated government, and DOGE is absolutely exposing that and all of the waste, fraud, or theft and abuse that is taking
That's what I think. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's theft. I think there's more going to it than meets the eye. But like anything else, you sort of just let it simmer a little bit, and then you sort of see what really is going on.
Place with our American tax dollars. So sorry, I don't have a question for you, but I wanted to just say thank you so much for being here and for your expertise. Mr. Epstein, we've heard a lot today about bird flu, that obviously that was under Joe Biden and his decision. We've heard about the Green New Deal. We heard that America needs to lead on green new energy, really this green new scam. And we kind of can't when we're dependent on China and we're getting, our solar panels from them, and they're using coal-fired energy to create their own energy, and we're
it's pretty hypocritical, I think.
Kind of left suffering.
Right.
Mr. Epstein, sorry. Are there any?
I mean, it just seems like one side of the country wants to be, they're just pro other countries, where the other side wants to be pro-America.
Myths that you've heard today in this hearing room that you would like to address, such as, frankly, some of the BS that I've heard from colleagues here and even one of our witnesses?
Let me just take, what I think is the overall myth is this idea that we need to impose dramatic restrictions on fossil fuels and give dramatic subsidies to unreliable solar and wind, as well as other uncompetitive forms of energy, in order to prevent a climate crisis / compete with China.
Yeah, we're about halfway into it. I'm just reacting to these videos, and it's just my opinion. This is how I think sometimes. Maybe I sometimes overreact. This is the first time I'm listening to this video, so it could be my opinion could change. But what I'd like to do is have you guys just put down in the chat, like, what do you guys think? Like, is there more people pro-America or pro-other countries? Just curious. Again, I don't edit none of my videos. I say it how it is, how I feel at the moment, just to be transparent and upfront and honest with you guys. And if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.
China, that's sort of
In my opinion, it's probably not your opinion. So just because I have a different opinion doesn't mean we can't have a conversation.
the overall thing. So just to break
And I ain't gonna call you names.
it down quickly, I don't know why we haven't learned from every other industry that's ever existed, but the way you get the best, cheapest, most reliable product is you leave people free to compete. You don't restrict the things that work and subsidize the things that don't, but we're magically pretending in energy that somehow works. I mean, imagine you outlawed iPhone and Android and just let random people with unreliable phones produce phones and you subsidize them. It makes no sense. The laws of economics apply here just as well as anywhere else. In terms of averting an alleged climate crisis, I've documented human beings are so resilient from climate that we are safer than ever from climate. Our resilience is rooted in fossil fuels. So if we restrict fossil fuels, we make ourselves less resilient. We will reverse what's been an incredible decline in climate-related disaster deaths. So one is there is no climate crisis that to avert. But then number two is,
Hey, are we doing climate change or global warming? I don't even know what it is anymore.
by screwing up American energy, you do nothing to reduce global emissions because the emissions just get offshore to China and to more competitive economies, which brings me to China. And do we need to compete with them in renewables? And Ranking Member Frost mentioned a certain quote unquote study from Yale about this. And the issue is China is becoming the leader in fossil fuels. And one of their leading uses of fossil fuels is to produce overpriced, unreliable energy infrastructure that they sell to us and that we are incredibly dependent upon. So the whole thing is wrong, and what we need is very simple. We just need energy freedom. So we need the freedom for all forms of energy to compete. I think somebody mentioned we need technology-neutral standards for our grid. That's very important. We don't want to favor or disfavor any form of energy. But if we do that, given current economic realities, that's going to mean a lot of fossil fuels here and around the world. And overall, that's really good for people because a world with a lot of energy can handle any climate, but a world without much energy can't handle any climate or really anything else.
So, I mean, what do you guys think? Like, are we, as the United States, the global leader of like pollution, the cause of global warming? Or, I mean, I thought it was China myself. It seems like we're just hurting our own country more than we are any other country. Just my opinion.
Thank you.
Mr. Epstein, I want to give you the last 30 seconds or so to talk about the EPA, as you mentioned in your testimony, just things that they need to rescind and do better with in this new administration. We have Administrator Lee Zeldin now at the EPA, and I think he'll do a fantastic job. And hopefully he's read your books, The Moral Case of Fossil Fuel, Fossil Future. Hopefully he has your Alex AI app. I think that's a great tool for energy information, and it's actually reliable, kind of like the fossil fuel energy that we are discussing today. So if you want to use these last seconds, I used most of them.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunately it's in my testimony. The quick things I would just say are you need to be objective about the benefits of any of these restrictions, which are generally overblown, and you need to be very realistic about the costs, which are usually underestimated. And yeah, check out alexepstein.ai, free to use for everyone, and you could just use it dynamically and learn a lot about this testimony topic. Thank you.
Thank you. I yield back, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's just there's a lot of back and forth, left and right. I'm just saying that the country is bloated. We just need to get rid of some people, and like I say, I would take and get rid of my job if the country just needed it to lighten its load, because we won't have a country if we don't start getting rid of some of these people. So anyway, all right, guys, that's today's episode, and we will see you on the next one. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.